fucking video. Blah, 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 blah. Audio commentary. And hopefully I get the right map first. So a little bit about this. It's played on the USC server. We kind of made a new account today, but we still played like one of the higher ranking players on the East server because they were lost spotting their way up the ladder. That's typical. I don't really know what replay it is. Let me not load it, the wrong one. So there were First Rank Coming and Jaguar was the teams. So 1914 is the replay. This one. So we went Undead random and we got Undead Elf, I believe. And a little bit about this. A little bit about this team is they do a feed, as you're going to be able to see in a second. So if you're playing on the 2 versus 2 servers, this is kind of a cool strategy that you guys can go to try to get some pretty cheesy wins. These two guys, I think they use map hack to get it, as people who have a lot of lost spots that help them climb the ladder typically do. Like before this game or after this game, or just in the interim between the 2 times that we played him tonight, we were facing tons and tons of lost spotters, and it was probably they were probably set up by this team to just farm free wins, and now you can kind of see the money coming in. So he's double crypting so that he's going to have a ton of crypt fiends, and then this guy's just going to try to keep his base alive. So you can see right here all the money is getting sent to him. And then here we're chatting about like what we want to do. Basically we're doing Ted Fiends, which is where you get like a really fast death knight, and is where you get a really fast death knight and then like get a couple creep fiends, but you tech really fast too. I didn't do it very good, but we're not really going to focus on what my team was doing. We're going to focus on the enemy team, because that's the strategy that you guys want to copy and paste. You don't want to copy our strategy. It's fucking dumb, and it's not going to get you free easy wins on the ladder. I'm also maybe going to try to talk a little bit about some strategies that can beat it. I might do that later in the game though. So, actually I'll just do it right now. If you do face this stuff on the ladder and you're not Nightelf Undead, if you're Nightelf Undead, then you can try to match them with it, but you're probably not going to win, just because they have the experience and the map hack to help them out. So I wouldn't really advise just trying to beat them with their own strategy. That usually doesn't work out. There's a lot of players that try doing that kind of stuff and it usually doesn't work out, because they've probably had like 1,000 games trying to do this strategy. Because I remember like months and months ago when I went on the ladder, I still saw this kind of strategy, and I'm pretty sure it was the same one. So here I am, I come in here trying to like kill acolytes, and he's not afraid of losing acolytes, and he doesn't really even care if he loses them. He just gets his tech up, and here I am getting my shit like trying to get his acolytes low, but it's not working out for me. See, he's just coiling everything, and now my death knight's stuck. I don't even get that one. See, so this strategy is doing pretty good for him. Then over here, we can see somehow blue got his hero to level 2, and pink is still level 1. I think he was harassing. It looks like blue crept right here. And now teal is going to creep up an expo for his ally, now that he got the death knight out of his hair. I would say that losing my hero was a huge disadvantage if you're against this. I would advise you to try to keep it 2 bases versus 2 bases, because that way, once the undead gets to like 80 food, it's kind of diminishing returns because his ally needs to tech up to start getting units, and then you'd have like 2 armies, 2 50 food armies versus an 80 food army, and that's usually going to be pretty good for the team with 2 50 food armies. That's just something to think about if you ever face this, is you want to try to get 2 really strong armies that can both deal pretty well against mass crypt fiends and frostworms, because eventually this team, the teal and pink team, they're going to get mass crypt fiends and tech up to frostworms. So the ultimate goal of this strategy is, I would say, crypt fiends and frostworms, but throughout the game you want to like kind of throw off your opponent and not let them haul your night elf player, so you want to constantly be putting on pressure. As you can see right here, he's putting on pressure. And we had no towers up. Could have maybe had those towers up earlier to help make the game flow a little bit more smoothly. I'm just going to sit and watch the battle a little bit, kind of just focusing crypt fiends and microing them back, focusing crypt fiends, microing them back, doing that on both sides. It's just your basic, you have to practice doing it a lot and then you're good at it, and then you'll get good. So over here, there's my ally who's doing some tower rushes, trying to just throw the game for a loop. And now that this guy's kind of like killed a lot of my stuff and I haven't killed a lot of his stuff, he's gotten level 3 while I'm still level 1. I killed, I think, 1 crypt fiend, and he killed maybe like 3 or 4. He probably killed like 3. That's really bad for me, especially if I lose my altar here without getting a hero. Without getting a second hero, rather, because his second hero is almost out. And mine's gonna not even be made if I lose my altar. So over here, we got my ally attacking pink. And now he doesn't want his ally to get fucking like destroyed, so he TP's out. He doesn't want his death lane to be too low, I guess, when he TP's, because he knows it's gonna get focused. And here I am, like, not knowing what to do, so I'm like, hey, what should I do? Because it's really hard to play against this strategy, this style. And I would assume that the best thing for me to do right there would be to attack this expo and try to kill it. But that didn't end up happening. So now he's throwing up 3 boneyards. He's sitting at 50 food and he's throwing up 3 boneyards to try to like just completely destroy our armies. Which is a good thing for him, not for us. And now he's going just 3 frost worms, and then he's going to get 3 more after that probably, because he's up to his supply cap is 100 food. So again, I'm just going to recap. The Night Elf just completely feeds all of his money over to the Undead. The Undead gets 2 crypts, and then he gets a lot of crypt fiends, and then he techs up to these frostworms, which are going to end the game. And if we would have attacked, like, right here and sandwiched him, he would have had to TP away. And as you can see, he has 2 town portals. That's because it's really hard to buy a town portal. Like, if he has the town portal over here to save his ally, then we attack right here, then he'd be able to defend both locations, kind of, without having to buy another TP. Because one of the things that we could do is we could have one person, like, let's say blue, would have him attack right here, and then I would go attack right here, and he can't have both. Teal can't have his armies in both places at one time, but he can carry 2 town portals to clean up the stuff that's attacking here, and then go and clean up the stuff that's attacking here right afterwards. And that's kind of what the double TP is about. So sometimes when you're doing weird strategies like this, you gotta do weird stuff like buy 2 town portals. And like, I've even gone so far in games where there's a lot of TPs as build a second Tome of Relics to make sure that I can buy enough TPs, because TPs have a long recharge rate. When you buy one, if you buy like both of your TPs out, it takes a long time before you can buy a third one. So in games where a lot of TPs are going down, sometimes it's good to have a second Tome of Relics. But usually you're not going to be paying attention to that kind of stuff, and it's going to happen out of the blue, and you're just going to like sit there like, fuck, I don't have a TP. So it's something to think about, but it's probably not going to be a game changer in any of your games. And here we go, he's focusing down the bears, and I'm focusing down the crypt fiends. And then I think what happens here is I start focusing down the Death Knight. And then he finally gets these 3 frostworms, which end the game. Okay, and now there's another replay of the same thing, and we're gonna have like a double header here. The second time we played it later. See, these are like all the lost bots that we played against, like a gay, and then like Love 4. Like we played them 2 in a row. And this one was a lost bot too. So we played 3 lost bots in a row after that game, because they were kind of lost spotting their way up the ladder. And then we played a regular team, then we played them again, I think. Yeah, this was the next one, was 2017. And then we did kind of a really dumb strategy in this one, but we're not going to pay attention to what we did, we're going to pay attention to what they did, because it's what people care about. What was it, 2017 did I say? Maybe. No, not that one. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I think it's 2017. Yeah, we played him on Lost Temple both times. Okay, cool. That's what confused me. Alright. So here we are. We're up against them again, and they did Night Elf random. But they got the same race. So they did the same thing. See, so the build order is Crypt Graveyard, Altar, Ziggurat, and then like second Crypt, like probably right away. Yeah. Then you get your relics, blah 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 blah. It's pretty simple. Like, you can probably mess up the build order a little bit, and it doesn't really matter as long as the elf is feeding a lot of money. And then right off the bat, I think he is going to create an expo for his ally. Yep. And then they go off and creep the middle. Oh, they go to creep jack me in the middle. I see. And I think I saw the item there, but like it doesn't really matter that much. We're gonna check out what's going on here. We've got the human attacking the night elf. The night elf doesn't want to really like, he just kind of wants to buy time because he can't kill this. But what he can do is take a lot of damage. So I think he lost his, yeah, he lost his Moonwall to orange. And now he's just trying to like buy time, do mana burns, pick off some shots when he can, but like he can't like regenerate any health. So he doesn't want to commit his Demon Hunter. If he commits his Demon Hunter, then he's gonna lose like, then he's gonna lose his ability to like buy time. I would even say like right here you need to like click all your wisps, so control click your wisps and then right click auto repair, and then you can like go like this and like select them all and put them back in, and then drop them out and they'll start repairing, and then you can select them again and throw them back in there. And yeah, that's pretty much the best way to do this. If I was... Okay, now we're going to go over here, and my ally had an expansion, so this guy's going off to kill the expansion. Because that's the best thing for him to do here. Maybe, depending on what your playstyle is, you can have the Night Elf buy a Boots of Speed. It can help him out in situations like this where he's running off and chasing the Blade Master, chasing the Archmage. But I think in the end, these guys decide not to do it because the Demon Hunter is like a sacrificial thing. He's not really designed to do a lot of things early game. They don't expect like this kind of stuff to happen, I guess. They kind of just make it work. And he's almost at tier 3, but he's really low on wood this game. So he had to build like a lot of ghouls. Now since they map hack, I'm going to just check and see what they're up against. It looks like they're up against a bunch of ghouls and a Dreadlord. But this guy like has really low food. What is this look at? 29 out of 30. Apollo's at 49. And he sits at 49 usually to mass up gold while he's doing his stuff. He's getting the Ghoul Frenzy upgrade just because his allies' wisps all died to the harass. Which means he like, oh man, if he would have just stayed alive a little bit longer. So it looks like he didn't want to get jacked with the Dreadlord, because with the Dreadlord, if there's a Dreadlord nearby, he can sleep your Death Knight while killing fiends, and that's a good way to like lose like 3 fiends if you get like an unlucky situation. I do that a lot, is I just sleep the Death Knight when we go into battle, and if I had like Ghoul Frenzy or something, I don't think I did, but if I did have that Ghoul Frenzy upgrade finished, I could have came in there and killed like 3 Crypt Fiends. And maybe killed the Lich too. It's all about sleeping that TP hero. And you can do that too if you're a Dreadlord type guy. But a lot of people don't like that hero because he's not very good in a lot of situations. So here we got him doing Mass Rifleman to try to like take out the take out the Frostworms. And we got me killing the what the fuck? That was a really bad sleep. And then we got that TP to protect it. So basically, Teal is protecting his ally through everything, and he's got level 2 Unholy Aura, so he's able to chase me down pretty well. Yeah.
Постройка завершена.
Okay, so now he's pulling all of his ghouls because he wants to attack right now. He probably detects something bad happening, or like maybe he doesn't feel comfortable with how many Crypt Fiends he has compared to our armies, or maybe he just wants something to kill all these riflemen before the number gets too high, or maybe he just wants to harass and force a TP or something. But he pulled all the ghouls. He figures that he doesn't really need the extra wood. His ally is starting to mine stuff now. His ally is also getting ready to attack, it looks like. One of the things is once you get to the end game, once the Undead gets close to 100 army, then you want the Nightelf to tech to probably Dryads, because that's the easiest thing to tech to. So if you're doing this strategy and then the Undead starts getting up to 100 food and you haven't ended the game yet, which you probably should have, you're going to want to tech up to Dryads, I would say. But again, I'm not this team. I don't know exactly what works and what doesn't. And I'm not even sure how well this strategy would work if you didn't have map hacks. So just play it for fun. Don't expect to go 100-0 like these guys are trying to go. Yeah, I guess he just wants to tear down that wall with the ghouls. And that's what he did. And it worked really well. And now the Undead is at 100 food. We'll see if the Nightelf techs by the end of the game or not. Actually, it doesn't really matter because like during this battle they're gonna lose supply. So yeah, he's probably gonna lose supply this game during the next battle. So teching for the elf would probably be a waste of 300 gold. And here I am killing the. Yeah, this is a bad idea right here. Let's see. I try to kill this before I TP, but he kills the base before I kill it, so my TP doesn't even work. Yeah, and that's like end game right there. Okay, and then we just leave out after that happens. Oh, and the Undead TP'd out too. Huh. Anyways, so that was kind of a meh game, but when you're up against that kind of a strategy, you just do whatever you think can work against it. It's kind of crazy. So I think after the game, we kind of started talking about like what strategies would work well against it, and what we decided was that we would both get a good army and just kind of stay 2 bases versus 2 bases. So we would deny them expansions, but we wouldn't try to really get an expansion of our own, because against map hack, like trying to get up an expansion when they have like one army that's just unstoppable unless you're both there, it's really difficult to keep that expansion alive. As you saw in the second game, the expansion just got obliterated pretty easily. They just snuck right between our armies and killed the expansion. So if you're doing this, make sure that you scout a lot, I guess, to make sure that they don't have expansions up, because if they have expansions up, they can get pretty chaotic pretty fast. And yeah, you're not going to know which enemy is going to have like a ton of extra gold and which one is going to, you know what I mean? Which one's going to have a lot of tech. So you have to know exactly where to hit and when to hit. So you got to do a lot of scouting. I would say with skeletons, do a lot of skeleton scouting, maybe some whip scouting, but that's a little bit more expensive. So yeah, if you want to do that strategy, go for it. It's pretty simple, one of the simplest strategies that you can have in 2 versus 2. So yeah, good luck.